This is Assetto Corsa EVO or Assetto Corsa Evoluzione, the next chapter in the pinnacle of racing simulation on the PC. What began as an alternative racer to Forza Motorsport, iRacing, R-Factor, Gran Turismo, Live for Speed, Race Room, and so on is now a big name entity originating in Italy and home to one of the biggest modding communities in the world, with their games even used for live esports and other competition purposes. This year, Assetto Corsa returns with their Evoluzione sequel, promising to deliver to players a true ultimate driving experience, of which we can view firsthand right now. So before we get started, if you like what you see here and you want to stick around to see what else is in store for the game and the channel, make sure you're subscribed and leave a like on the video. It really helps me a lot and allows me to deliver more stuff to you guys more often. Also, I'm starting to do more giveaways more often. Last month, I gave out a Steam gift card to our Fan of the Year for 2024, Cesnev. You too could win something pretty special, but make sure you're subscribed here or else you'll miss out. With that said, let's get started. So, Assetto Corsa EVO is right now live in early access on Steam, and better yet, it's on sale. There's an introductory sale going on for the game where instead of paying $40 for early access, you'll be paying $32, which is 20% off the base price. If you're a big fan of Assetto Corsa and are willing to play and test the game, give feedback and see how the game evolves in the coming updates and what to expect from Kunos's lengthy roadmap leading to a release this fall. I'd buy the game now, partially because you'll get to see things evolve and bugs be fixed, but mostly because the game will become more expensive after each big update, and it's better to pay $32 or $40 for it now rather than $60 or $70 for it down the road. So right off the bat, you'll get access to 20 different cars from an array of manufacturers, including big racing game debuts such as the BMW M4 CSL, the Alpine A290 Beta Concept, the 4th Gen Audi RS3 Sportback, and the Mark 8 Volkswagen Golf GTI Club Sport, with many more coming down the line. In fact, Kunos plan on giving us access to 100 cars, both street and racing cars alike, when AC EVO fully launches this fall. It's definitely not as extensive as the car list in Gran Turismo or Forza, but they can always add more post-launch. Moreover, the game is confirmed to have modding support down the line, and knowing how big Assetto Corsa is right now with its modding support, chances are we'll be adding thousands of cars to AC EVO in the future. Also, right off the bat, we get access to 5 different tracks, 3 returning from the original game, with 2 also returning from Competizione, Brands Hatch, Mount Panorama, or Bathurst, Imola, Suzuka Circuit, and Laguna Seca. Again, even though they'll be adding more as early access continues, thanks to modding support, we'll be able to add even more tracks and locations. The big news here with locations as a whole is that AC EVO will be adding their own open world map based off a real location, which was later revealed to be Eifel, Germany. Coming this summer, we'll be able to cruise through all 1,600 square kilometers of it, all completely laser scanned, with interactive car rental locations, car showrooms, aftermarket shops, and other local businesses. Speaking of businesses, Kunos is even allowing actual local businesses to be featured in the new open world. So whether or not you live in Eifel and you own a business, you could apply on their website and have your business featured in the game for all to interact with. The big takeaway here is just how much driving road they're featuring when it goes live later this year. 1,600 square kilometers of road. To put that into perspective, the largest open world map still active right now, the Crew 2, is 1,900 square kilometers, and that's a whole country. AC EVO is only featuring a part of Germany, one with all the shops and scenic roads all surrounding the Nürburgring Nordschleife, all laser scanned and realistic, so there won't be any sort of repetition like we've seen in the Crew 2 or the Test Drive Unlimiteds. That's actually massive! And more massive still is the attention to detail of the current tracks and cars available during this first stage of early access. They honestly do not miss a beat in terms of detail. The one thing they are missing though is their economy experience, which is currently locked behind internet access. There are a few cars out of the 20 that can only be bought and customized within the game, and we need to be online to access this feature, which is a bit of a downside. In my opinion, they should have added this feature towards the game's offline experience. Like, I know we're sort of in the age of online, but we really have to stop bricking games because we don't have internet or we experience an outage. I know the internet is so many years old and we're using it for everything nowadays, but it's still not completely dependable due to outages or other common technical difficulties, especially when playing games. Still, there's a good amount of fun to be had in this early access, and what's even more surprising after getting an initial hands-on with it is that it's so far compatible with gamepads and controllers. After so much time searching for the perfect gamepad setup in the last Assetto Corsa, as well as other PC native sim racers such as Project Cars, iRacing, Race Room, Affector, and so on, AC EVO has gone ahead with the ideal controller driving setup if you don't have a wheel and pedal setup at your disposal, which I don't. There are some things that need fixing, like the throttle response and a bit of the steering speed, but overall it feels pretty nice and usable. I honestly believe that this game is gunning for Gran Turismo's jugular. Forget Forza, because as we've repeated again and again, their built from the ground up game still needs work, even though their multiplayer gameplay is sort of thriving. Talking about actual street and race realism, it's clear that Kunos took loads of inspiration from the Assetto Corsa modding community. In fact, I have reason to believe that some of the modding community are currently employed at Kunos, currently helping them bring this dream project to life. Other than the big open world that they'll be featuring in the near future, the cars themselves, beyond all their attention to detail, also feature realistic bits such as working windshield wipers, working turn signals, working headlights and rain lights, even a working ignition. There are only a few games that possess all of these realistic car features right off the bat, such as Gran Turismo 7, some Need for Speeds, World Racing 2, and Test Drive Unlimited's 2 and Solar Crown, to name a few. However, featuring an open world as well as the ability to drive on some renowned racetracks, all the while featuring detail that eclipses other racing games. That has always been Kazunori Yamauchi's dream to do for Gran Turismo, that Assetto Corsa are doing right now. Kaz, you have your work cut out for you for Gran Turismo 8 if that's still in the pipelines. So one more thing before I stop talking, if you haven't peeked at my PC specs, I'm currently using a Meta PC gaming build to run this game at 4K 60 FPS. To be more specific, my current PC is using an AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D CPU and a 16GB PNY VERTO NVIDIA RTX 4080 Super GPU, all alongside 32GB of RAM and 3 different hard drives, one with 1TB of solid-state hard drive space and 2 with 2TB of solid-state hard drive space each. Although the UI could use some smoother animations, the gameplay as a whole runs incredibly smooth at my settings. Anywho, enjoy this gameplay of me running around in the BMW M4 CSL, and if you want to see any other cars at any other tracks, please let me know. Until then, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like on the video if you loved it, and I'll see you next time.